During the week, the best day was when my favourite author of all time released his new book, and everything else gets dropped for this. What's up guys, welcome back to Unlimited Reads. My name is Chris and today I'll be doing my weekly update. Do need to apologise about my voice being nasally. I am battling a bit of a cold at the moment and haven't really been well all weekend, but I still wanted to try and get my weekly video out to you all to share with what happened this week. So the first thing I'll talk about is the first book I finished, which was Cobalt Blue by Matthew Riley. Matthew Riley happens to be my favourite Australian author, and this book was a really quick, entertaining read about how America's superhero Cobalt dies, and it's up to the remaining Cobalt heroes to battle it out with Russia's supervillain on the opposite end of the spectrum, and ultimately by the end of the book a new hero must arise to defeat him. It was a lot of fun and it would make a really good TV series adaptation, but if I were to pick on it for one thing in particular, I mean, it was a really quick read. I finished it in 2 sittings, but the fact that, I'll show you this now, that some of the font was actually written in red sort of distracted from the story somewhat, and I didn't think it was overly necessary to do that. It could have just been all black font all the way through and the fans wouldn't have minded. I just felt it was a little bit distracting, but overall the story was great and it was a lot of fun and really entertaining, and the action was really good, as you've come to expect from Matthew Riley, and he's always written the narrative at a really cracking pace, so you can't help but turn page after page after page. So I was pretty happy with it overall. So straight after I finished Cobalt Blue, I picked up the next Jack Ryan Jr. book in the series that I really enjoy called 0 Hour, and I got stuck in straight away, was enjoying it, got up to page 100 before I had a major interruption. Now this was a good interruption. Tuesday happened to be the day that Stephen King released his new novel Fairy Tale, which is a fantasy novel this time. I got mine delivered Tuesday morning. I'd pre-ordered it and I'd been waiting patiently, and with a book like this it just goes straight to the top of the pile. Everything else gets dropped so that I can get stuck in and read it right away, and I had been reading it for the rest of the week. Now I did plan on finishing it by today so that I can incorporate a book review in conjunction with the weekly update video, but that isn't going to happen. I've got 135 pages to go. Because I'm unwell, I tend to not be able to read for very long at a time, and just didn't get there. But I will be doing a separate review video which will come out hopefully mid next week. I just want to have the energy to put the thoughts together and put something cohesive out to explore the book in a bit of detail and recommend it and give my thoughts and impressions. But I thought today I can give you some first impressions that I had earlier in the week when I did receive the book. So I'll start by the cover art, and I'll just show you again. The UK cover art on this one is absolutely stunning. The stock photos on the online shops don't do the cover much justice, and the previous book, Billy Summers, I weren't overly impressed with the cover art, but this one is fantastic. And I also quite like the US cover edition as well, because it's got a very, very nice use of colour. It's vibrant, and as far as American covers go, it is a really good one. And the main gripe I had when I was shopping online and doing my pre-order, the shops like Amazon and eBay and QBD and Booktopia all had in the specs that the book would only be 352 pages long, but it's actually 577 pages. So when I opened my parcel, I was delighted that it did have a bit of bulk to it that you can sink your teeth into, and I thought that was really good. I really like how at the start of each chapter it has a nice illustration, and it also has a couple of brief subheadings which give you an indication of what is coming up. And I think that's it brings back memories of the Dragonlance books in the fantasy genre. If you've ever read those, it always had a picture at the start of the chapter and a couple of subheadings on what is going to happen, and I think that's a pretty useful tool, especially in fantasy. It just gives a bit of a different dimension to the book. So I won't say much more than that. I'll go into a lot more depth about the book when I put the review out next week, so please watch for that one. So what have I been watching? Well, Friday night, Netflix released Season 5 of Cobra Kai, which me, along with every other rabid fan, has been waiting for, and it certainly didn't disappoint. It's designed to be binge watched. I watched it in 2 sittings and loved every episode. I think the character development with this season was great. There are a lot of loose ends tied up and a lot of issues resolved between characters, which was great, and how the characters have evolved from season 1 right through to season 5 has been just great. Terry Silver, played by Thomas Ian Griffith, his character was so next level in this. He just went up quite a few notches as far as villains go, and he was a treat to watch. I thought Cho Zen having a bigger role was great. He was actually funny. He offered a little bit of comic relief. I really enjoyed what they did with Mike Barnes' character up on his return. I didn't know what to expect when they were bringing Mike Barnes back. Was he going to be Karate's bad boy still, or was he going to be something different? But I absolutely love what they did with his character. The fight scenes, as you've come to expect from the series, have been really, really good. And more importantly, the best part was it's been left open for season 6. I don't know what they're going to do with that. It remains to be seen, but they've certainly left it wide open. It would be nice to see more recurring characters come into it. Hilary Swank's character in the next Karate Kid, it'd be nice to see her included in the next installment, but all that is up for speculation. But yeah, I've really enjoyed the season and can't wait to watch more of that. So there you go, guys. Not a very long video today. So that is it for my weekly update this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you've read Stephen King's fairy tale already, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Please offer any feedback, and I'm always up for a chat. But until next time, guys, see you later.